He may not yet have been proven innocent, but Brazil's former president Luiz Inacio Lula da Silva is no longer a felon. And he's back on the political scene with an eye on next year's presidential elections.
I know that I was victim of the biggest legal lie in the 500 years of history. I know my wife died due to the high pressure, and the stroke came faster. I was forbidden to even see my brother inside a coffin.
Lula's speech on Wednesday was the first since a Supreme Court judge overturned the corruption convictions, which put him behind bars for 18 months and stripped him of his political rights. Banned from the 2018 elections, the leader of Brazil's left-wing Workers' Party is now seen as a political threat to President Jair Bolsonaro. He says it's too soon to talk about next year's presidential race, but he spoke like a candidate.
Lula is already a very popular leader. Lula presents himself as a moderate leader that this time, and I think that the first speech that he gave this Wednesday was an attempt to show that himself is a moderate. It can put together different groups, different sectors of the Brazilian society. And so I think that he's a problem, a real problem for Bolsonaro and for Bolsonaro's attempt to be reelected.
Lula blasted Bolsonaro for downplaying the COVID-19 pandemic, which has already claimed the lives of almost 270,000 Brazilians, the second largest death toll after the United States.
We have a president who says COVID-19 is a small flu, who says that only cowards fear the virus, and that he does not because he's an athlete. This is not the way a president should act in a civilized world.
Bolsonaro points out that Lula is still not off the legal hook. The decision to throw out the corruption charges was based on a technicality. The Supreme Court judge said Brazil's former president had been tried by a court in the southern city of Curitiba that had no jurisdiction over his case. He may still be retried in the capital, Brasilia. There are many legal twists and turns in this case. The Supreme Court still has to decide whether the judge who convicted Lula was impartial or had his own political agenda and colluded with the prosecution. Meanwhile, Lula has started negotiating an alliance with other left-wing parties and even conservative politicians who are not happy with President Jair Bolsonaro. Yanakiew, Al Jazeera, Rio de Janeiro.